Loved the movie. I talked to David Gordon Green, and one of the things he talked about that I immediately wanted to talk to the three of you about was the role improv plays in this movie. There's so much comedy, and he specifically mentioned like the chicken scene and how you guys, it just kind of all like happened and was this crazy thing they were capturing, and it's on film. And I'd love to hear, Ben, your perspective, just with all the comedy you've done and your background, but also these guys who I think probably bring some of the chaos and the improv energy, I would assume, and just how it all like the firecrackers flew, etc.
Yeah, I mean, that was what excited me about doing the movie was to work with David and these guys because he had intentionally wanted to do something that had this energy and this rawness and this kind of independent feel to it. They'd never acted before. I knew we were going to improv a lot. I knew that we were shooting at their house and is in their space, and there was going to be animals and there was going to be chaos and. To work with David, who I'd never worked with before, it was really fun to just feel that looseness on the set, and he really encouraged that. And to watch these guys sort of come alive and figure out, how this process works because it's a weird process. It's weird making movies, isn't it?
I mean,
A little bit.
absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
fun.
like they put the what's that?
It's fun how to make
Yeah.
doing it.
Did you like it? You had a fun time?
Yeah, I have a
Oh,
fun
that's good. Yeah, I mean, you're really good at it. You
time.
were very good. Yeah. I mean, the honesty of the movie to me is like he's trying to capture reality and just kind of things that happen in the moment. And so
I was trying to speak from my heart to make it more raw, and I was saying my lines, but I'm so similar to my character, all of us are,
yeah, me
that
too.
it
Me
was
too.
easier to get into your character and to act like your parents just died, and then also act like you're a 12-year-old or 8-year-old kid having fun with life, but
Right.
also grieving in your own special way.
Yeah, and these kids, gratefully their parents are around and amazing couple, and so they had to do some acting to really put themselves in that place, and you guys did a great job with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Thank you.
movie is so earnest, and that's so uncommon. And I was talking to the other group about that too. Like, can you talk about how it throws back to another kind of movie from another time, especially in a time when things tend to be a little cynical or darker or self-aware? Like, you guys went for it in every way, and like we're making this kind of movie in this world now to give people a taste of this kind of joy, right?
I mean, movies are to bring you into a different world and take away the stresses of real life. And I feel like this movie really brings you into that other era and just makes you feel that pure, raw joy in watching this movie.
Yeah, I feel like David, I'm a little older than David, but the era that we grew up in and movies from the really 70s, 80s, and 90s sometimes had a lot more, less cynicism, a lot more emotion, sometimes a little edgier though in terms of how the characters are portrayed. Everybody's not the most likable. And I think David really wanted to dig into it. To tell you the truth, when I first read the script, I had that reaction. I was like, whoa, are you trying to comment on this? In some ways, like, no, I just want to do this for real. And I love these kids, and I think the world needs a movie like this right now. And that was the idea behind it.
Yeah, it was kind of a breath of fresh air in a way, a little
Yeah,
bit, like in,
yeah,
in a simple time.
yeah,
You're a super accomplished filmmaker in your own right, and I wanted to ask because we're 30 years from Reality Bites, which was your
yeah.
debut. In the world of people bringing stuff back and being like, let's do another one, does that ever come up, or do you have any desire to do that?
It has come up. I don't have a desire to do that because I feel like that movie was so of a time. I mean, it's interesting because like I just did a little thing on Happy Gilmore too, which was years later, and it's fun to
Right.
revisit characters and people you've worked with. But I mean, I feel so fortunate that I'm like still around doing what I love doing. And but that movie was the first movie I ever directed, and the combination of the cast and the producers, Danny DeVito and Stacey Sher and Helen Childress, who wrote it, and all of it. I mean, yeah, it could be revisited, but it would be a whole different thing. And I think that movie, what I love about it is it's of its time, and it's
Yeah,
where we were at that moment in time.
it definitely is.
Yeah,
And Do you, with all you've experienced, you give these guys any like advice on just like what this industry is in this world and like?
I mean, my advice would be just keep being who you are, which is incredibly open and loving and not cynical and appreciative and grateful. That to me is the most amazing thing to hold on to when you go through life and through this business. And you guys have a gift with that. So I just say, keep opening your heart and people will connect with it.
Thank you so much.
That's beautiful. Well
Yeah.
said. Thank you, everybody. I got to
All
wrap,
right.
but it was
Great
nice
Thank you
talking to
so
you. Thank you
much.
so much.
Likewise.
Thanks.
Bye.